Hello, it's me again. So, obviously the past few weeks have been quite philosophical, I guess. And I've been sort of thinking about things in a grand scheme kind of way. But not necessarily through any design, but this one's a bit more light-hearted, really. Because, as many of you know, Desolation of Smaug is, I believe, pretty much on the horizon or out. Depends on when you're watching this. And there is apparently going to be a film about the production and discussions with P.L. Travers over Mary Poppins. So Amy has decided to read Mary Poppins out of curiosity and has also restarted reading The Hobbit. And one thing that is noticed is that they are very, 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 very broadly dissimilar in a number of ways. Because I've never read the original P.L. Travers story, which does have a number of differences, which was a lot of her disagreements with Disney. You know, she wanted it to remain a lot truer to her vision. And yes, you know, there are a lot of differences, but you know, it's possibly for the better. And of course, most of you probably know The Hobbit, have probably read it at some point in your lives. It's been a while since I've read that. But obviously, Tolkien's writing style was pretty much, you know, let's describe this leaf in 5 pages. Big battle scene, yeah, we'll just skip over that in a paragraph. So, I suppose there are similarities. Because if you've ever read the original Mary Poppins tale, you'll know that it's pretty much 5-year-old quality. And this is nothing against, obviously, the Travers family. Please don't, you know, don't come at me going, because this is my opinion. You know, if you'll notice anything else, it's that I like people to share their opinions. So, what developed from this? You know, this very simple, well, these children had a nanny, then she left, so they needed another one. That's pretty much as close as I can gather, word for word. Seriously. So, it's a weird idea that we had between us, that it would be quite interesting if The Hobbit was written by P.L. Travers instead of Professor Tolkien. It'd be quite interesting indeed, because it'd probably be, you know, there wouldn't be anything about it, the setup and who Bilbo was, what hobbits were, who the dwarves were, who is Gandalf. None of this would be apparent. It would probably be something along the lines of, there was a hobbit. One day he was visited by a wizard, and then a number of dwarves, and they were going on an adventure. Eventually, they met up with another wizard, who was fond of animals. One day, they happened upon the elves' dwelling, called Rivendell, where they figured out how to use the map, and so on and so forth. So, there's a number of questions that would be there. It's like, who are the dwarves? Who is the wizard? Or who are the wizards? What are they all about? You know, which is kind of what people have come to know. And also, things like, they figured out the map. And you'd probably be turning back pages going, did I miss something? Was there something about a map here? Because, seriously, she does things like this. And you're just there kind of going, wait a second, did you mention something? Because, you know, Amy was sitting there down of going, I don't know. They've just mentioned something, and it's as though I should know about it, but I don't. So yeah, you wouldn't get any of the backstory at all. It would just simply be, hi, here's a very basic narrative flow. So yeah, if you've seen or are going to see The Hobbit, good on you. I will probably end up doing it at some point, if I can get monies. And you know, if you're a big fan of Mary Poppins, you know, in book form, again, you know, this is my opinion. I'm not saying you're wrong. There's probably something that you can see in it that both of us can't. But yeah, there are a lot of things in the Disney version that just make it flow better. I'm sorry to say, and apparently Walt's words were, "I'm gonna make this pop out on, you know, of the page," and frankly, you can't do it in the way it was written. So yeah, but a bit more of a weird, light-hearted idea. But just think, like, you know, if you've got any other ideas of like, what if this author wrote like this one, you know, the two story ideas melding, please let me know. There's comments for a reason. But until next time, I will say, take care.